Hey, howdy everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am checking out the Patreon poll winner Native Construct Quiet World. I almost said Wild World, sorry. I'm thinking like Animal Crossing. Quiet World. This is, I think, a good album to react to as my first album reaction with the new camera. Welcome to 4K me, although the video output is 1080p, but you know, if I zoom in and stuff, if I do like this, which is really fun to do, by the way. If I do this, then it's going to be higher resolution because the camera's in 4K. I can just do this automatically. Wow, that's way too close. Hello. All right, let's bring this back. Let's bring this back down. It's kind of stupid. It also has face tracking if I just like hold up my palm. I don't know why I'd want to use this. I don't know in what context I would use it, but it does exist and I can do it. So, wait, why is it zoomed in? Don't do that. Zoom back out. Get back to normal. All right, anyway, so I'm checking this out. I heard Come Hell or High Water on stream a couple months back, like before I had my big streaming pause of several months. I heard that song on stream and I loved it. I thought it was amazing and I really wanted to hear the full album, and it won the Patreon poll and I'm finally getting around to it. And I would have gotten to it earlier, but I've just been so backed up on albums that I had not time. I didn't even have time to listen to all the albums I didn't have time to listen to all the albums that came out last year that I wanted to listen to. So these albums from like 10 years ago or whatever get, you know, pushed to the side even more. But I put them on the poll, and then if people vote for them, then I listen to them, obviously. So this was the latest Patreon poll winner, and I'm super excited to check this out. I have a question for you, though, and I need you all to answer this question, okay? Look at the screen format, the layout, the way this is right now, okay? Tell me, do you like this better, or do you like... Wait, hang on. Or do you like... Wait, hang on. Wait. No way. No way. Do you like this better, or do you like... Oh, geez. Oh, gosh. That's not what I wanted to do. Sorry. Or do you like this better, where it's more cropped in to, like, my head taking up most of the space? I feel like this is too claustrophobic. I feel like there's too much me on the screen, but I don't know. Let me know. I mean, obviously I'm not centered perfectly, but I'll fix that, whatever. I'm going to stick with this for now. I kind of like having it a little bit bigger and me taking up just about a little more than half the screen, but let me know if you want it more zoomed in for this kind of stuff. For like my gaming reactions and not reactions, but for my gaming stuff, obviously I'm going to use like the full screen and things where I'm smaller. But I think if I'm bigger, I think this is fine. I think if my head and the cam itself is bigger, I think this is okay. Just let me know. Okay, let's get into this album. So if you didn't watch my update video on how I'm going to do these things, I've got this where I can turn on and off the album art. So if there are lyrics to a track, they will show up here. But if they're not lyrics, I'll still be able to go through this and I can like show you the track list and whatever. But if there aren't lyrics, I can do this and I can throw the album art up on here. So then it's a little bit cleaner than just having the track list sitting there like it was previously. I like it. I like it. I like this new setup. I think it's really vibey. It's a really fun time. So let's get into this album. I love this album art too, by the way. If this ends up being a banger, at least a banger, I might have to buy this vinyl if it's still buyable. This is so cinematic. What in the world? Oh, this is amazing. Reminds me of Deer Hunter. Oh my goodness. No, this is peak. This is way too good. This is the kind of weird, chaotic switch-up stuff that I adore. It's all over the place. Ooh. Ooh. He has created us from a point of view we did not choose. We are all broken. Oh, it's so jazzy. Ooh. Oh, the little guitar. Ooh. That's so fire! This is exactly what I hoped this would be from hearing that one song. Oh, I'm ascending. Ooh, there's the music box. Like the music box in the album cover. This is so beautiful. Harp! It's too good. It's too good. Okay. Wow, what an intro. What an introduction. This is amazing. This is everything I hoped it'd be. I love the random insanityness of it. It is so crazy, but in the best way. Not in a way that feels too chaotic and too random. It feels very like intentionally all over the place, and every little bit of it sounds so sick. It doesn't sound like it's the same thing over and over again. There's all these different sections. They're using a bunch of different instruments, a lot of very cinematic, epic, more orchestral instruments. They've got like the little tight harmonies in like the dun 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 dun, whatever that part was, and then the little bits of like harp and just like weird stuff going on. And from what I heard in Hell or High Water 2, it gets weirder. So I'm very, very excited to hear the rest of this. Let's just keep going. Oh yeah. Yeah! Oh my goodness, dude. This is going to be one of my favorite albums of all time, isn't it? I really hope it is. This is such a strong start. Oh! It's so fun! Whoo! The little uses of the clean guitars I've loved so far. This is incredible. Unbelievably cool. That's gorgeous. Who are these guys? Like, what happened to them? I know they kind of dropped this album and dipped. Is that all we know, that they dropped this album and dipped? Oh, okay, they went to Berkeley. Makes sense. They know what they're doing. Not that you don't always need a music degree to know how to write good music. But generally, if you have a music degree, usually you kind of know what you're doing, somewhat at least. The harp's back. Let's go. Big W for the harp. Harp is number 1 on my list of instruments I really want to buy. And learn to play. Why does this feel underwater? Ooh. They got the little... Oh, I forgot what it's called. Percussion... Vibraslap, yeah. Forgot what it was called. The harmonies, dude. They're pulling out literally every instrument known to mankind with this. Yeah. Oh, the weird vocal filter is sick. Peak. It's so good. I just got to keep going. I don't have too much to say overall. I feel like this would be an album that I will experience and I will not comment too much on, because I can't really comment too much on it without pausing every 10 seconds and talking about every single switch up that they do. But it's amazing. The Vibraslap is peak. The thing that like where they do the little like harmony bits, or they pull in the harp, or they pull in like the weird vocal effects, or like that synth thing. Like, it is so interesting. It is so unique. It's so like its own thing. I just can't get enough of it. I adore this. Music box is back. Little oboe in there too. They got like a lute or something they're adding onto it. Oh, some darker, lower strings. But now in silence she lies. Silence she lies. Grow too long. This guy's voice is so beautiful. What am I listening to, dude? What am I listening to? Oh! This album's gonna single-handedly bring back my prog obsession, isn't it? This feels like a movie. How is this gonna pay off? Music box. Whoa. It's a Genesis type synth. Like an early 70s Genesis. Wow, 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 wow. Into the sax solo. This is way too peak. This album just gets better and better. Oh my goodness. Another thing, they're constantly keeping it interesting, and it goes by so quickly. I've been recording for 32 minutes, and I have not felt the length here. And we're already about halfway through the album. This is crazy. As chaotic as it is, it's very easy to listen to. I can see myself just popping this on at any time and just like listening through it a bajillion times. It's very easy to listen to, despite how chaotic it is. It's just so much fun. And you don't know where it's going next, but every section is so good. Every section is so unique and so interesting. I'm just so hooked.
Could be entwined in love for the rest of our lives.
Ooh. Trumpet! Been waiting for some good brass in here. This is probably the craziest, weirdest album I've ever heard, and I love every second of it. Vibra slap! Oh! The church organ? That's crazy. No way. I have heard this track before. I believe this is the one that I heard on stream a few months ago. I don't remember much about it, except it was kind of exactly how the rest of this album is. It's weird and unpredictable, and I loved every second of it. So let's go. Now I'm finally hearing it in the context of the album. I can't wait. Yeah, this is definitely it. I heard this one. Couldn't quite remember if it was this or something else, but the name sounded familiar, but it is this one. Such a weird waltz.
I still think
so weird, I love it. Harp is back, let's go. W harp. It's so weird. Apart. Dun 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 dun. Oh, it's tickling my ears. Stop. Oh, little cello solo. They love their vibra slap. Sick of drifting. Ooh, that's cinematic. So this is like a weird interlude track. It sounds vaguely Baroque, just in the way it's written. Not obviously harmonically, but the structure of it. With like the two parts. Last track. This is so happy. What? It's not happy anymore, never mind. Ting ting. Oh. Oh. Da, 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 da. What is that? This sounds like a Nintendo game. This sounds like something that would be on a wacky Mario track or something, or Kirby. Those weird twinklies in the background are amazing.
Call to submit
Oh, that's gorgeous. Am I in a park? I'm in a park. Do up wup. Do up wop. What are we building here? These strings are so beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's massive. It feels so big. It's like such an epic, massive, huge, big, gigantic, large ending to this album. Vibra slap back, bro. It's 2 peak every time they do it. Is that a whistle? Okay. Wow. That is mind-blowingly good. All right. Well, I think we all know what tier that goes in. I think we all know that's a masterpiece. That was incredible. That's one of the best prog albums I've ever heard. And I think not only because of how weird it is and how very all over the place and insane it is, but just because of how it handles that insanity, how it does it so well, and it never feels like it's doing it just for the sake of doing it. It always feels like it's going somewhere. It feels like they're adding some weird stuff in here and they're making it better because of it, and they're telling whatever the story of this is about. I don't know, some guy goes insane, but like they're telling the story, whatever that story is, but it works so well because of just how unpredictable it is. You don't know where it's going. It never feels like it's too much chaos done in an insane way, which I've heard albums like that, not going to name them, but I've heard albums that feel like too chaotic, like they're just trying to do chaos for the sake of it. This feels like chaos with a purpose, and chaos that really hits impactfully, and it really works. And it's so much fun. It's just fun to listen to. It's fun to listen to. It's an easy listen. It's a 50-minute album that goes by in what feels like 20 or 30. Like, it flew by. I've been recording for over an hour now. That was insane. It's so engaging the whole time because you're just waiting to see what sounds you're going to hear next. And it always keeps you on your toes, and there's always something new to the very end. And like, there's like different sections of like, there's jazz influence and there's weird classical influence, and there's like little bits of death metal in there. And there's just so many little things from other genres that keep it interesting, and it just never loses its novelty throughout a whole 50-minute album, which is super impressive. I can't say enough good things about this album. I'm excited to dive into more of the lyricism and the story and try to figure all that out and get to know this album a bit more. And albums like these, I think, always get better the more you listen to them. And that's kind of how I felt with another similar album that had a lot of like crazy moments. It took its time more, but it had a lot of weird switch ups and crazy things happening. Warforged Voice. I listened to that, and with that one, I really loved it on my first listen, but it just got better and better each time I heard it. It's so good. The atmosphere is just incredible with that album, and with this one too. It's so weird, but they're very opposite. Like, Warforged Voice is way more death metal. It's way more like weird tech death. Obviously, it's like screams the whole time. Like the weird swamp monster screams, and this one is has very sparingly used screams, and I think when it does use them, it's very interesting, and I just am super impressed with the whole thing. I have zero negative to say about it. I now have 3 more albums that I have to check out. I have a request from Marius, I have a request from Tundra, and a request from Pig Vomit. The albums just keep coming, but they don't stop, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they hit the ground running, and they... Thanks for watching the video. Bye. See ya. Love you. Thanks for support. Goodbye.